there's no substitute for stage time. Whenever someone comes up to me, like out of college, and they'll ask me, they'll say, "Hey, I'm thinking about becoming a comic. What should I do?" And I say, "Stop wasting your time thinking about it and become one." You get on stage. The more you're on stage, there's so much you won't even begin to understand until you're on stage. I wish I knew more about egos and how important they are in this business, how fragile they are. A lot of bookers, other comedians, fans, they want to feel like they discovered something, like they're more important. And I wish when I was coming up that I understood more about how important it is to massage other people's egos. The second season of Last Comic Standing, I went to Nashville, slept on the street, thought I was going to be famous, and I ended up doing a show for a handful of people in the middle of the day, totally weary, and I actually was doing okay. I got about a minute and a half in, I was getting some laughs, and one of the bookers tapped another on the shoulder and audibly said, "Stop laughing," which totally threw me. I didn't know how to deal with it. I definitely wasn't experienced enough to know how to deal with something like that. So it threw me audition over, and I left feeling awful. And not about myself. I left feeling bad about the career I had chosen, about the industry I would be in. I was like, well, is this what TV is going to be like? And then I realized that I didn't choose TV. I chose stand-up comedy, and I'm a live performer, and when TV comes, it's great. It's a means to an end, and it's something I enjoy, but I am a stand-up comic, and that's what I want to do. I was in Winnipeg in January, a little over a year ago, and it was a Friday night. There were two shows, and in between the early and the late show, my girlfriend and I broke up, and I was devastated. I was absolutely wrecked. I did not see it coming. Kind of came out of nowhere, and I completely lost my shit. I was in between shows in the office of the comedy club with people I hadn't met more than 5 days before, just bawling. Couldn't catch my breath. I had the wind knocked out of me, and about 10 minutes before I went on, I regrouped, and I sucked it up, and I went on stage, and I had the most honest and raw performance I've ever had. And at the end of it, I kind of stopped for a moment. I hadn't talked about our breakup the entire time, and I stopped and I told the audience, and I said, "Hey, right before I came on stage, my girlfriend of almost 2 years and I broke up, and I thought the only thing that was going to make this okay was a good show. And as I said, God bless you for giving that to me, I choked up, and I realized if I stood on stage more, I was going to cry. And I walked off stage very quickly, and there was this line of people after the show, and I was signing autographs and selling CDs, and it was wonderful. And a bunch of people did come up to me and ask me if I was lying about the girlfriend, like if I said that for some reason out of pity, which is not only a great sign of how little people understand what we do, but also, I guess, a compliment to how they thought I was as an actor. Funny to me is clever. I like when I can't see a punchline coming. It's very rare. As a comic, I've seen so many jokes that I usually laugh at the premise, not at the punchline. And so if something can blindside me, I think that's absolutely fantastic. My favorite comic all time is Bill Hicks, but my favorites now are, I would say, Jon Stewart, Eddie Izzard, Jim Gaffigan. I love clever. I'm Steve Hofstetter, and this was 5 Questions.